are underway. The jump ball controlled by Mike Broik as he out-jumped Haug Charnowski, and Augustana's into the front court. Augie in their visiting dark blue road uniforms. Broik has it. The freshman center gets it off. Garrow shoots the three in and out from the left wing. Rebound comes to Charnowski. And the Huskies have their first possession. Both teams come out on the man-for-man initially. There's Dan Ward for St. Cloud State in the front court. Dumps it off. In the corner, McDonald on the baseline. Kesty's turnaround 12-footer is short. And the rebound is cleared by Augustana. Lob pass ahead. Beckstrand underneath the hole. Goes up, has his shot blocked by Ward. Loose ball comes to Garrow, then back in underneath to Beckstrand, and he is fouled. Augie has an excellent inside-outside combination, and Scott Beckstrand and Jason Garrow, they can both score in droves. That follows on Charnowski as he reaches. Tries a fadeaway. It's an air ball. Garrow makes the save. That ball almost went out of bounds, but Garrow saved it. And the Vikings here will come into the front court. Dana Grimsrud, the junior out of Rushford, Minnesota, sets the offense. Dumps it off Garrow, who's guarded by Kessler. Garrow's lob pass down low, intercepted by Kesty. Good defense by Gregg as he cut in front of the intended receiver. Now Ward pushes it ahead quickly. Huskies work it to the right side to Kessler, out on top to Ward. Dan Ward guarded by Grimsrud in a battle of point guards. That's how Kessler. Left side jumper is no good. And the rebound cleared by Broik. Kessler misses his first attempt of the night. Augustana up 2-0. Here's Grimsrud racing ahead. Dumps it off left corner to Garrow. Brings it out to Beckstrand. He'll hand it off now to Grimsrud. Beckstrand being guarded by Charnowski. And again, Garrow checked here early on by Kessler. On the right side wing, here's Anderson. Lob pass in the lane is knocked away from Broik, who chases it down at the top of the key. 20 on the shot clock as they bring it back out top now to Grimsrud. Feeds to Garrow on the high left wing. Garrow has it above his head. Looks to the basket, now dribbles to the baseline. Stops there, hemmed in by Kessler. Kicks it back out, 10 on the shot clock. Broik is open. From 17, he hits. The big slender center, Mike Broik, a 6'7" redshirt freshman out of Owatonna. And it's 4-0 Augie. St. Cloud State basketball on 98 Country, WWJO St. Cloud. John Schroeder as we are just underway from Hallenbeck. There's a jumper by Joel McDonald in and out from the free throw line. And the loose ball rebound is garnered in the left corner by Beckstrand. Now Augie pushes it ahead in the front court. Garrow pulls up, dumps it off at the top of the circle to Broik. Right side perimeter, here's Steve Anderson along with Garrow, the only seniors on this Augustana team. Grimsrud has it, top of the circle plus. He'll leave it out top on the right side for Garrow. Diving save attempt by Charnowski in front of the Husky bench. It went out of bounds, and Haug went down hard. Ball was knocked away on the pass from Garrow. Charnowski tried to save it right in front of his teammates on the bench. Head first dive, but he couldn't quite do it. Pass in sideline right for Augustana by Anderson. The Vikings leading 4-0, almost 3 minutes into this game. They have it in the front court. Anderson's open for the three-point attempt. That's off the rim, no good. And the rebound taken in by Charnowski. His outlet comes to Ward. Dan dribbles past midcourt up the right side. Ward now cuts to the lane. Now slides down the right edge of the paint, and a foul is called as Ward picked it up from Grimsrud on his penetration. Dana Grimsrud with Augustana's first foul of the night. Dana, who last year was 9th in the NCC in three-point shooting percentage, but more importantly to the Vikings, as a sophomore, he was second only to St. Cloud State's Orion Thurston in assists. Pass in and a three-pointer by Kessler for the Huskies. Left corner jumper by Dean Kessler. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Augustana on top. There's Beckstrand on the right side. Works down low on the block. Double team. Tried to pass it back through the lane, but intercepted by Charnowski. Huskies have it. They're ahead of the break now. Kessler on the right side. Goes into the lane and drew the foul. Foul will be on Broik as he double team Kessler and then moved to the hole. Broik's first and second. And the game's first change now in personnel as the Huskies bring in Latroy Spann, replacing Charnowski. Spann, the 6'7" junior out of Chicago and Triton Community College. Charnowski knocked ahead of the ball, 6-1-0. But then he took that head first dive trying to save one of those balls and knocked him up the hose. Free throw ties it. Kessler, that's his first free throw. One more coming for Dean. And we're knotted up at 4-all. Second free throw coming for Kessler. Trying to give the Huskies their first lead. It is up and good. 5-4, St. Cloud State. The Huskies come out in full court pressure. Grimsrud has it and breaks the pressure on the pass ahead now in the front court to Garrow. Leaves it back out on top now for Grimsrud, guarded by Ward. Grimsrud setting the offense. Double high post attack right now. As posts are Beckstrand and Broik. Pass comes on the left side to Anderson. Cross court to Grimsrud, right wing. Now at the free throw line. Broik has it there, clears it off, and they throw it away. As Anderson tripped as he was moving towards the right corner, Grimsrud's pass for him, and there was nobody there. You can hear the drum beating in the background. That's Crunch, the Timberwolf mascot, who is on hand tonight to cheer on the Huskies. St. Cloud State now in the front court. Kesty has it in traffic in the lane. Kicks it out to Kessler. He'll try the three. That's off the foot rim. Back rim, no good. Rebound Span. Tried to put it back up. It was blocked out of bounds by Beckstrand, and it'll stay with St. Cloud State. Augustana entering this ball game, shooting 42% from three-point range. And they put up a ton of three-pointers. We'll talk about it as 4 minutes. Pass in, left baseline Ward. Runner point to Kessler. Near the final. He tries a three. He got a slow start this year in conference in three-point shooting, but he's beginning to pick it up a bit now. Overall this year now, 5 of 16 from three-point range. It's 8-4 Huskies. Whistle, foul called on top. As Grimsrud began penetration down the middle, and he was fouled by Ward. Reaching in, Dan Ward picks up his first, the Huskies' second. Talking about three-pointers, coming into the weekend, St. Cloud State from three-point range was 61 of 134. Augustana was 151 of 358, approaching 3 times as many three-pointers made and attempted as the Huskies. Pass in now comes to Beckstrand, knocked away and recovered by Ward. Ward is off to the races against Broik, so he's outsized. Ward instead shovels it in the lane. Kesty, and he traveled. Fans didn't like it. They thought that Kesty was able to hold the pivot foot as he spun down the lane, but the officials called traveling. So the Huskies give it up. They've scored 8 straight points, and Augustana now will come into the front court trailing 8-4. Grimsrud feeds to Garrow now on the left wing. The Vikings' leading scorer, averaging nearly 25 a game, and Garrow is fouled. Way out on the perimeter. No, they're going to call this one away from the play against Span. Loose ball foul underneath.
That's his first 13th foul.
First on LaTroy Span. 3 as a team on the Huskies. Pass in now by Anderson on the baseline to Garrow. He pushes up the 3 immediately. That's short. Rebound underneath and taken by Kesty as he won the battle with Beckstrand and Broik. Now ahead to Ward. Front court. Rifles it in the lane. Span double-teamed and has it taken right out of his hands by Broik. Grimsrud was behind Span. He forced LaTroy to pivot, and then Broik took it away. Clean steal. Now the Vikings back the other way. Beckstrand down low. Shot is blocked by Span, but a foul is called. Beckstrand on the left edge of the paint, knifing his way to the hole, and Span went for the block, but picked up his second personal and the 4th on the Huskies. Now St. Cloud State will bring Haug Charnowski back in. He'll take the spot of Span, and Dino DeVito will check in for Ward. Dino, the 6'1 freshman from Milwaukee. Huskies with those 2 freshman point guards, and you'll have nights like they had last night, especially Danny Ward. 10 assists, great effort, but he also had 9 turnovers. That hurt, and he only scored 2 points. Free throw is up and good by Beckstrand. That's Scott's first point. It breaks the string of 8 in a row by the Huskies. Beckstrand, who led the Vikings in scoring last year as a redshirt freshman, despite the fact this team was loaded with seniors on their club last year. Second free throw is also good by Beckstrand. personal matter for Gary Thomas coaching the team. 8-6, St. Cloud State leads. 14:45 left first half. Off the official timeout, Huskies in the front court. Kessler has it on the right side wing for St. Cloud State. Looks in, lobs for Sharnowski, right baseline. Harold with his back to the basket. Spins to Oberholm, he pumps it back right McDonald open and shoots it. McDonald from 17 feet out, his second basket. Joel in his first collegiate start tonight, giving the Huskies the 10-6 lead. Augustana in the front court now with Steve Anderson on the right side wing. Gives it up on the perimeter now to Broik. Lobs in too far for Beckstrand. Over his head, intercepted by Sharnowski. Huskies coming ahead on the break now. Custy pulls up, shoots, and hits. 16 right baseline. St. Cloud State have scored 12 of the last 16 in this ballgame. 12 of the last 14, actually. It's 12-6. Huskies on top. Front court for the Vikings. They work it around now to Broik. Top of the circle to Garrow. His entry pass knocked away by Sharnowski. They're coming to the Huskies. Ahead for the Vita. 2-on-1 break. Feeds McDonald. Banks it up and missed it. Over foul. Huskies looking sharp right now. Their shots are falling, and they're also playing good converging defense. They've come up with several steals. That time a couple of freshmen on the break. The Vita and McDonald. Dino down the right side, fed it back to his left to McDonald, who was fouled. Broik is second. Huskies up by their biggest margin so far of the evening, 31-13. And Augustana is now in the front court with Dana Grimsrud, the starting point guard. Dribbles to the right wing, kicks it out to Anderson. Now to Klein, open up a pick, left wing jumper, no good. We've got a foul. Loose ball on the Huskies. Stuart Kramer trying to fight his way through a pick. You can hear the discussion, if I can say that, going on between Butch Raymond and Colin Capitan, our official, as Kramer trying to fight his way through a screen that Raymond thought was illegal. He didn't think that Beckstrand, who was setting the screen, was indeed set. But that's how the officials rule. So the foul on Kramer, his first, and Beckstrand goes to the line. Foul shot is up and good. Beckstrand 3 of 3 now from the line. He's got 5 points. Beckstrand, a great free throw shooter, one of the tops in the league. Earlier this year, he had made 33 straight free throws before his string was broken in a game against UNO. He hits the second free throw as well, so he's 4 of 4 tonight, and on the season now, 61 of 67 from the foul line for Beckstrand. 31-15 Huskies. Kessler has it. Right side, dumps it in the lane. Kesty, turnaround 8-footer way off the mark. Might have been partially rejected. Loose ball rebound, foul on Kramer as he went to the floor, along with Klein battling for a loose ball. Kramer called for the foul. That's 10 fouls now on the Huskies, so it's 7:42 left. First half. Augustana will have a chance now to shoot 2 free throws off of ensuing fouls, with the exception, of course, of a made basket. Kramer will come out now, and Joel McDonald checks back in. Dan Ward back in at the point, replacing DeVita. And at the free throw line now is Eric Klein, and again, he will...
Eric Klein at the free throw line. Foul number 5.
6:40 left first half. Huskies up by 14 as they come into the front court with Ward on his slow dribble off the pass end. Stops at the top of the key, passes to his right on the perimeter to McDonald. Right corner, here's Kessler. Tries a fadeaway from 14. That rims around, comes out. Rebound. McDonald had his hands on it but couldn't hold on. And Klein comes up with the loose ball. Augie now in the front court. Grimsrud penetrates, lays it up and missed the layup. Rebound. Anderson battling Bodette, and a foul, I believe. Boy, it looked like a clean clutch between Bodette and Anderson. But Bodette called for the foul, and Anderson will move to the free throw line. Second foul on Bodette. So the Huskies, like they did last night, beginning to get into foul trouble here. Spann has 3 fouls. Bodette, Sharnowski, and Kramer have 2 each. Spann will come back in. Kesty will check out. Greg has yet to pick up a foul. Keep in mind the Huskies, without the services of Scott Springer tonight, starting forward, who has that bad ankle. Free throw by Anderson, in and out, no good. Steve Anderson yet to score. Young man who played in 2 state tournaments in South Dakota when he was prepping at Mitchell High School in South Dakota. Second free throw is good. That makes it a 34-21 St. Cloud State lead. Husky basketball on 98.1 FM, 98 Country. From Hallenbeck Hall, this is John Schroeder. Our producer tonight, Sean O'Connor. The Huskies come forward. Kessler working against Garrow. Dean will shoot over Jason. Three-pointer comes up short. Rebound to the side, run down by Grimsrud for Augustana. So the Vikings could get it down to a 10-point lead if they can hit one of their patented three-pointers as they come in the front court now. Grimsrud setting the play from the point, gets it off. Garrow on the right wing, bounce pass in the lane. Anderson open, shot is rejected by Spann. LaTroy Spann, who is second on the Huskies in shot blocking with a beautiful reject there. Front court, McDonald with a nice save off a pass from Ward in the left corner. McDonald penetrates, puts it up, and missed from 10. Loose ball rebound comes back to McDonald. He fakes, puts it up, banked it in. Whistle, basket will not count. McDonald called for the charge as Broik drew the charge. Basket will not count. McDonald with a nice head and shoulders fake, but Broik with an equally nice job of not falling for the fake and picking up the charge. Foul number 1 on Joel McDonald. Player control foul, so no free throw here, and Augustana will come back the other way. 5:20 to the half. The Huskies up by 13. Pass to the free throw line. Broik turns to the basket, kicks it back out to Garrow on the wing. Now underneath, Beckstrand slides in, missed it, but it's tapped up and in by Broik from midair. Follow-up basket by Broik. He's got 4. Augie on a bit of a run. They're back to within 11. It's 34-23. Ward in the front court. Whistle, loose ball, foul underneath. As the Huskies trying to screen free Dean Kessler on the baseline. But the Vikings caught holding underneath. Anderson called for his first foul. That's 6 as a team now on the Vikings. And the Huskies will toss it in from the baseline. Looking is Ward. Tried to force it underneath to Kesty, knocked away out of bounds. And they'll give it to Augustana. Kesty was double teamed by Broik and I believe Anderson, and Ward tried to thread the needle and shove it through that split, but he couldn't do so. So the Huskies turn it over. 5 minutes to the half. And Augie trying to mount its rally. They're down by 11 right now as they come in the front court with Grimsrud. Lobs it cross court on the left wing. Garrow open for the three. Swish! What a pass by Grimsrud with the left hand, and he is a right-handed ball player. He shoveled it cross court about 30 feet to Garrow, who nailed the three. 34-26 now, St. Cloud State. 9 straight points by Augustana. Into the front court now with it on top is Ward, setting the offense. Bounce pass. Kessler, top of the circle. His pass in the lane comes to Kesty. Running jump hook is good. Greg Kesty, third basket for Greg. That stops the string of 9 in a row by Augustana. And it's 36-26 St. Cloud State. Mike Broik has it at the free throw line. Gets it off for Garrow, who cuts through the lane. Continues to the baseline. Lost it out of bounds. Garrow double teamed on that move to the baseline by Kessler and Ward, and it went off of Garrow's leg and out of bounds. So St. Cloud State will get it back, leading by 10 with just under 4 minutes left first half. Here's Ward across the timeline on his dribble. Passes off to McDonald, open for the running jumper off the rim. Rebound, Kesty can't control it, and Beckstrand comes up with the loose ball on the baseline. Picking it off now is Grimsrud, and he's in the front court. Trying to use Broik as a high screen. Now Grimsrud backs off near the timeline on his dribble. Passes to Anderson, left wing. Lobs in the lane. Beckstrand passes cross court to Broik, and he picked up the foul. Broik going to the basket, but Kesty fouled him. No, that's going to be on Spann. Kesty and Spann were both there, and that's 4 on Spann. Well, the official scoreboard says 3, so I stand corrected. Spann with 3 fouls now. St. Cloud State has now committed 12 fouls this half. Fouls were a problem last night for the Huskies, and they're beginning to be that again tonight. Free throw by Broik rolls out, no good. Mike Broik, who played with current Minnesota Gopher Chad Colander at Owatonna High School, those two leading Owatonna to 2 straight Class AA state championships, 1989, 1990. Second free throw good by Broik. He's got 5 points. He makes 1 of 2, 36-27 Huskies. McDonald, front court, left side. Takes a dribble. Dumps it cross court. Kessler on the right wing. Dribbles to the top of the circle. Looks to the basket. Leaves it out top for Ward. Augie's been man-for-man the entire ball game. Ward loops down low. Spann's turnaround 6-footer. Won't go. It was short. Rebound was cleared by Beckstrand. Outlet comes to Grimsrud. Front court for Augustana. Passes cross court. Garrow's long three-pointer is good. 24-footer by Garrow. His third trifecta of the first half. The Husky lead is down to 6. 36-30. Pass down low. Kessler trying to get it for Spann, and they throw it away. Turnover, and Butch Raymond wants a timeout, and Butch is hopping mad on the sidelines right now as his team has seen a huge 31-13 lead whittled away down to a 6. Maine are going to be asked to go a little bit longer and put in a few more minutes tonight. 2:40 left first half, 36-30. St. Cloud State. Augustana now in the front court. Garrow has it on the wing. His pass knocked away and recovered by Ward. Danny Ward now feeds ahead. Sharnowski on the break, lays it up and in. Sharnowski with 11 to lead St. Cloud State. It's 38-30 Huskies. 2:20 left first half. The Vikings enter the front court with Dana Grimsrud directing the attack out top on his dribble. Slowly working towards the left wing. Passes off at the line. Beckstrand back to Grimsrud. He'll try his first three of the night. Rims around, comes out. Tapped up by Anderson, no good. Second rebound taken by Kesty for SCSU. Outlet right, Ward. He rifles it down low, intended for Sharnowski. Knocked away. Recovered by Augustana. Now the Vikings push it back. Darrell spots up. Three-pointer, swish. Oh, he is red hot, folks. Jason Darrell, the MCC's leader in 3 points attempted and made. Those 3-point goals. That's his fourth three-pointer this half. He's got 14, and it's down to a 38-33 Husky lead. Pass down low. Sharnowski's jump hook, and a foul is called. Beckstrand, leaning in against Haug, picks up the foul. Entry pass came to Sharnowski on the right block, and as he turned to the basket, Beckstrand picked up his first foul. That's 7 as a team now on Augustana. But this one will be a 2-shot foul for Haug. Ward comes out. DeVita back in for the Huskies.
Haug Sharnowski at the free throw line.
And at the line, St. Cloud State's Haug Sharnowski. Trying to increase this 5-point lead. This is the closest Augie's been since very early in the first half. Foul shot off the back rim, no good. Haug coming into this 2-game weekend set, 5th in the NCC in rebounding, 7th in steals, 9th in block shots. And as we mentioned, he's become the Huskies' all-time career shot blocker tonight. Now, before Sharnowski's second free throw, we had a lane violation against St. Cloud State. I believe it was Kesty who stepped in the lane, so that one wouldn't have counted had Haug even made it. So 2 free throws, no good on both of them for Sharnowski. And with 1:30 left, Augustana with a chance to further trim the Husky lead. Eric Klein back in now to guard for Augie. They've got it out top. Steve Anderson running 15-footer, won't go. Rebound, Klein and McDonald tie it up, and the possession arrow goes to the Huskies. St. Cloud State leading by 5, 38-33. Huskies led by as many as 18 early on in this game. Kesty has it at the free throw line. Bounce pass to the right wing. Kessler dribbles to the line, fakes, then dumps it off Sharnowski. Right edge of the lane. Jumper is good. Haug with a strong first half. He's got 13. 40-33, St. Cloud State. Klein's in the front court. His bounce pass skims through the hands of Garrow out of bounds. Huskies take over on the turnover. Tough to handle pass for Garrow as he was cutting to that pass, and the ball slipped through his fingertips. Huskies with the ball and a 7-point lead. 50 seconds to the half. DeVita holding up the left fist as he comes across the line on the dribble. Passes off to his high postman, Sharnowski. Back out Kessler. 30 on the shot clock, 38 on the big clock, as Kessler is just standing near the midcourt circle with the ball on his hip. Now Garrow will come out to guard him. 30 left in the half. Now 20 on the shot clock as Kessler still backing off on his dribble. Near that midcourt stripe, Kessler gives it up now to DeVita. DeVita, midcourt circle, 10 seconds left. Now they start working forward. DeVita with 5 seconds. McDonald way out on the right wing. They've got to hurry. 2 seconds left to shoot. McDonald tries a running 13-footer air ball as the 45-second buzzer sounds. And with 7 seconds left, Augustana will take it back. So the Huskies, they worked the clock well, but never got a good shot. 3 seconds left. Klein into the front court. Tries a running left corner jumper. No good at the buzzer. So our entertaining first half has ended. Now, wait a second. Maybe we have not ended. A foul was called at the buzzer on St. Cloud State. And Klein will shoot a pair of free throws. Foul on McDonald as he and a teammate double-teamed Klein on that last second left corner jump shot attempt, and McDonald picks up his second foul. So Klein will shoot 2 free throws. First one is no good. Second foul shot coming for Augustana freshman Eric Klein. It's away and no good. He's going to get one more as they rule that he was fouled from three-point range. So Klein shooting 3. Listen to the crowd now. Klein's third foul shot is good, so he makes 1 of 3, and that makes the score at halftime. The Huskies 40, the Vikings 34. Stand by. Our halftime show begins after that. Grimsrud, Garrow, Beckstrand, Anderson, and Broik. And the Huskies also back to their original starting 5. Ward, Kessler, Sharnowski, Kesty, and McDonald. Augie moves it down low to Beckstrand. His jumper no good. Follow-up by Broik won't go, and then Broik called for the foul as he came over the back. So the Vikings go hard to the glass on their first exchange, and Broik picks up his third foul, first on either club this half.
First team foul of the second half.
St. Cloud State will pass in now. Huskies come into the front court with Dan Ward. He'll feed it off for McDonald. Now to Kessler. Left corner jumper off the mark. Rebound loose. Went out the fingertips of Sharnowski. Goes out of bounds. Ward dives to try to save, but he can't do so as he slides into his own bench. So the Huskies definitely putting themselves out on the floor when necessary tonight. A lot of hustle by St. Cloud State, but saw Sharnowski do that earlier. Augustana now with the possession. They come into the front court down by 6. First minute of the second half. 40-34 is our score. Vikings have it with Garrow on the right wing. Passes down low on the baseline. Beckstrand's turnaround J is good. The one-hand jumper from the right baseline. 8 points for Beckstrand. And it's down to a 4-point lead. Check it. 4 points at 40-36. Pass in the lane. Kesty turns to the hoop. He's double-teamed. Kicks it back out to Ward on the perimeter. Ward works off a Kesty pick. Shoots from 16. Won't go. And the rebound is corralled by Broik. Outlet comes to Grimsrud. Front court now for Garrow. He's dribbling laterally. Now kicks it back out on top, and traveling is called as Garrow passed back out on top for Beckstrand, and he looked like he was not ready for the pass, so he traveled. First half stats. Huskies 46% from the field, 16 of 35. Augie 36%, 9 of 24. The Vikings made 5 of 10 three-pointers. The Huskies were 3 of 5 from 19-9 and beyond. Here's McDonald. Running jump shot from just inside the line is long off the rim. Rebound Anderson. Ahead to Grimsrud. Now to Garrow, front court. He works by Kessler. Dean cuts him off, though, nicely on the baseline. Passes back out Grimsrud. And then his feed back further out to Broik. Goes off his hands. Recovered by Ward. Huskies on the break. Drop pass. Kessler hits. Three-pointer for Kessler off a drop pass from Ward. Danny looked like he was cutting into the opponent's zone in hockey and just shoveled it behind him, and Kessler nailed the tray. He's got 11. And it's 43-36 SCSU. Dana Grimsrud feeds in the left corner. Garrow's 3. That rims out. No good. Rebound taken by Kesty. He cleared it off for Ward, and then a foul is called. Garrow missing that 3 after going 4 of 5 from three-point range in the first half. From the line in the first half, Augustana was 11 of 16. The Huskies 5 of 6. Rebounding first half, 19-16 in favor of St. Cloud State. Turnovers. Huskies had the advantage there. Augustana had 11. The Huskies committed 7. Into the front court now for St. Cloud State comes Dan Ward on his dribble. Huskies are up by 7. Ward goes to the baseline. Bounce pass down low as Kessler trying to post up. He feeds in the lane to McDonald, who banks it in. McDonald went to the left hand and banked it in off the glass. Instinctive move by Joel, who's got 9. 45-36 Huskies. Front court now is Dana Grimsrud dumps it off in the corner. Anderson, top of the circle, Broik. Now to Garrow in the left corner. Feeds down low. Beckstrand double team. Kicks it back out of the top of the circle. Now on the wing. Grimsrud underneath. Beckstrand lost the ball. Collided with Kesty. Beckstrand puts it up and he's fouled. Beckstrand going after the loose ball. Bumped Kesty, who went flying. That was a no call. And then finally Beckstrand was fouled. Sharnowski is called for the foul, his third, first on the Huskies this half.
Number 44, Scott Beckstrand at the free throw line.
And at the line is Scott Beckstrand, who will shoot a double. Beckstrand's free throw is good. We mentioned this guy's free throw shooting prowess. He attempted 19 free throws in a game against St. Cloud State last year, a game in which he scored 42 points, the most points scored by an NCC player in over 5 years in a game. He was 13 of 13 in free throws in a game against UNO earlier this year, and he hits his second foul shot here. So he's now 6 of 6 on the night. Huskies score on a turning, spinning jumper by Kessler in the lane. Dean's got 13, and it's a 47-38 St. Cloud State lead. Grimsrud, very slowly dribbling in the front court, dishes to the left corner to Anderson. Back out Grimsrud, cross court on the right wing. Garrow has it above his head, looks to the lane, dumps it off. Right corner, Grimsrud shoots and nails it. That's a 3 for Dana Grimsrud. His first field goal and points tonight. Down to a 6-point Husky lead. 16 and a half minutes left regulation as the Huskies have it out top with Ward setting his offense. Top of the circle dribble. Ward now cuts down the lane, back to the basket, bounce pass to the left block. Kesty banks it in. Shooting over Beckstrand. Kesty with his 4th basket. 8 points. 49-41 St. Cloud State. Across the timeline. Dribbling now Grimsrud, setting the Augie offense. Loops it off on the left wing for Garrow, and then his pass underneath to Beckstrand, who penetrates and scores on the bank shot. Beckstrand with 6 of Augie's 9 points this half. He's got 12 on the night. Huskies back the other way. Kesty's reverse layup is good. Ward was double-teamed out on the perimeter. Somehow he found Kesty cutting down the lane. Gregg's got 10, and it's back to an 8-point St. Cloud State advantage at 51-43. Garrow's open. Left corner, three-pointer. Rattles it down. Garrow's 5th three-pointer tonight. He's got 17 points. Now the Huskies lose it. Ward had it knocked away from behind by Garrow, who's in the front court, to Grimsrud. Banks it up with the left hand, put it in, and Ward fouled him. Basket will count, and I don't want to say dumb foul, because when you're a freshman, you do things like that, but not a real intelligent foul by Ward, as Grimsrud had the obvious layup coming. Ward got there late and was called for the foul. Second foul on Ward, second team foul on the Huskies. Grimsrud with a chance at the three-point play. St. Cloud State's lead is down to 4. The Huskies now brought Chris Bodette and Dino DeVita into the ballgame. Foul shot is good, and this is the closest that Augie has been since very early in the first half. 2 points, St. Cloud State lead, 51-49. Here's DeVita in the front court. Working to the right, now cuts back to the left on his perimeter dribble. DeVita goes to the baseline, and a foul is called. I thought for an instant they were going to call traveling on DeVita as the ball kind of got hung up on his hip on his dribble. But Grimsrud called for reaching in, picking up his 3rd, team's 2nd.
Foul is called on number 12, Dana Grimsrud. That's his 3rd personal. 3rd team foul.
And at the free throw line now is Dino DeVita for the Huskies, the backup point guard. Dino had 1 basket in the first half. Free throw is good. One more coming. 52-49 St. Cloud State with 15:15 on the clock.
Number 10,
Now Skip Wood checks in, the freshman backup point guard, replacing Grimsrud. Skip Wood, who led his high school team, Lenox High School in South Dakota, to a Class A state championship last year. Second free throw is in and out, no good. Rebound Augustana. Skip Wood also did a yeoman job when Grimsrud was out of the lineup for a couple of games early during the NCC campaign with arthroscopic knee surgery. And Wood did a real fine job as a freshman leading this ball club. Vikings in the front court, down by 3. Wood has it on the right wing. He dribbles back out to the top of the circle. Skip Wood, still on his dribble, now dumps off at the high post. Here's Beckstrand, takes a dribble, shoots from 17, hits it. Shot over Bodette. Beckstrand with a quickness edge in that matchup. He's got 14. Husky lead down to 1. DeVita penetrates. Shot is blocked off the backboard by Broik. Boy, that one was close to a goaltend. Broik credited with the rejection, and Augie breaks back the other way. Anderson, left baseline. Looks down low, passes for Broik. He's triple team, kicks it back out Anderson. Now, and then Wood travels. Skip Wood got the pass, and showing that freshman inexperience. He was wide open from about 18 feet out, but he passed up the shot, and the hesitation forced a turnover. Officials timeout now. 14:24 left. Husky lead is down to 1. 52-51. We'll be back after this.
How does your throat feel?
seniors. So it is a very youthful team. But despite that fact, Augustana playing very competitive basketball. They've got a lot of talent, and look out for this club in a year or two. If they get a center to either go with or replace Mike Broik, they're going to be awesome in about 2 years. Of course, they will lose Jason Garrow, after this season. Huskies out the timeout now, have it in the front court. Kesty's shot is slapped away out of bounds by Broik. What did I say about replacing Mike Broik? Take that one back, folks. Broik, a good-looking young ball player. He's not real well built. He's got to put on some weight. 6'7", a redshirt freshman out of Owatonna. But he's got a lot of potential. Pass in from the baseline. Kesty, fadeaway, 8-footer is good. Kesty has 3 baskets each half. 12 points on the night, up to a 3-point Husky lead. 54-51, just under 14 minutes left. Skip Wood is in the front court now for the Vikings. Works off a double pick towards the left baseline. Kicks it back out. Garrow tries the 3 off the left edge of the rim. No good. Rebound in the right corner is run down by Broik. Knocked out of bounds then and stays with Augustana as it was last touched by McDonald. Mike Broik, getting back to his situation, when he was in the state tournament in 1990, he was the leader of all players in that state tournament in points scored with 60 and in rebounds with 45. And he was voted the most valuable player of the Class AA state championship game that Owatonna won. Pass down low, Broik has it and jams it. Broik with his 3rd basket. He's got 7, and keep in mind, Broik was playing with current Minnesota Gopher Chad Colander on that 2-time championship team from Owatonna. Granted, Colander was being double and triple teamed. That opened things up a bit for Broik, but he really shined in the spotlight of the state tournament. Now back the other way. We've got a whistle and a foul called as the Huskies try to work it down low. Foul's going to be on Augustana's Mike Broik, his 4th.
Foul is called on number 32, Mike Broik. That's his 4th personal.
3 team fouls on Augie. Anderson now will check out for Augustana. Eric Klein comes in, and now Broik will come out with that 4th foul. And Beckstrand will come back in after a momentary respite. Pass in for the Huskies. Right baseline front court. They lead by 1. 13-12 left. Stuart Kramer in for the Huskies. He takes the inbounds pass. Clears it out. Top of the circle now. And back to Kramer. Now Kessler. Top of the key jumper. Yes. 3-pointer by Dean Kessler. His 4th tray of the night. He's got 16, and it's 57-53. A bit of breathing room now for the Huskies. Here's Skip Wood in the front court. Knocked away by DeVita. Clean steal by DeVita. Man for man against Wood on the break. Banks it up. Hit the basket. Another count. Foul on Wood. Dino DeVita with those quick hands took it away from the freshman Skip Wood near the top of the circle in the Augustana end. And then it was off to the races. DeVita racing against Wood. Pretty comparable size matchup there. DeVita maybe an inch or 2 taller at 6'1". He banked it up from the left side, and Wood was called for his foul, his 1st of the night. And DeVita now with a chance at the 3-point play. Free throw is up and good. DeVita has 6 points tonight. And it's 60-53 St. Cloud State. 6 in a row by the Huskies. To the front court now. Augustana. Garrow triggers, fires, and hits. Left corner, 3-pointer by Garrow. That's 6. Count them. 6 3-pointers now for the senior from Marshall. He's got 20 to lead all scorers. 60-56 Huskies. Bounce pass in the lane by Kesty. A blind pass into the back of Garrow. Aubrey recovers, but now the Huskies steal back. Bodette takes it away on an errant Garrow pass. Now here's DeVita. Reverse slam is good. DeVita went from left to right underneath the basket and banked it in as Dino is providing the spark now that the Huskies need. 62-56 with 12 minutes on the clock. St. Cloud State's lead back up to 6. Here's Klein in the front court. Bounce pass top of the circle. Baki clears it in the left corner, and DeVita interception, saves almost. Ball is loose in the lane. Beckstrand clears it out. Klein shoots a 3 off the iron. Rebound tapped out. Klein has it again. Now to Grimsrud. Rifles underneath to a wide-open Baki who banks it in. Super no-look pass by Grimsrud, and Baki has his 1st points. 62-58 Huskies. Into the front court now. DeVita, bounce pass to the right side perimeter. Kessler cross court. Kramer on the wing. Now into Bodette. Turnaround 6-footer is good. From the left side, Chris Bodette. That's his first points tonight after he had tallied 16 last night. 64-58 SCSU. Huskies dropping into a zone now. Looks like a 1-3-1 zone. Top of the circle jumper. Klein buries it.
Klein for three.
Three-pointer by Klein. That's his second tray tonight. He's got 11. And it's 64-61 Huskies. Here's DeVita in the front court. Top of the circle. Goes down the lane, then passes back out. Kramer dribbles to the line, gets it off to Kesty. Passes up the 17-footer, shoots from 15, and it rolls off. After a dribble, Kesty pulled the trigger, but it came out. Now Grimsrud runs back the other way. Augie down by 3. Pass down low to Beckstrand. Back out Grimsrud. Back to Beckstrand. Open at the left block. He banked it in, and he was fouled. Scott Beckstrand so strong down low. Got that one to go down. That'll draw Augie to within 1, and they could tie it if he can make this free throw. Foul on Bodette is his third. Team fouls, 3 on the Huskies, 5 on Augustana this half. And Beckstrand starting to pick up his scoring now. He has 10 points this half, 16 on the night. 64-63 St. Cloud State. And at the line, Scott Beckstrand. He's almost automatic from there, and he hits this one. 7 of 7 from the line tonight for Beckstrand, and we're tied. We were tied at 4 all. 60 points later, we're tied again at 64 aside. Charnowski and Ward in now for the Huskies. Kramer shoots from the left side off the front iron, and the rebound taken by the Vikings. Anderson cleared the glass. Now Grimsrud into the front court. Augie has a chance to take its first lead since they were up 4-2 very early in the first half. Down to the right baseline. Now Beckstrand had it stripped away, lost the ball. And the Huskies come up with a loose ball. Ward races ahead, gets it off for Bodette. He's open, shoots from 15, in and out, no good. Just barely missed, and the rebound taken by the Vikings. They push it ahead, front court. Here's Klein, goes to the baseline, knocked away. Kramer with the steal, and the loose ball recovered by Ward. And the Huskies will bring it ahead now. So Augie losing the ball twice down court with chances to take the lead here. Kessler has it, right wing, working against Anderson, and Kessler lost it. Trying to juke move against Anderson, and the ball came to Klein. Now back the other way on the break. Anderson traveled. Credit Danny Ward on the defense as he went for the steal, and that disrupted the rhythm of Anderson on that 3-on-2 break. Grimsrud led the break down the middle. He dished behind his back to the right to one of his wingmen, Anderson. And then as Ward tied him up, traveling call. So we are still tied at 64, and the Huskies with a chance now to regain the lead. 9:20 on the clock. Brian Ackervik has come back in for St. Cloud State at a guard. Ackervik bounce pass down low. Bodette fade away, left baseline jumper is good. Bodette with his second basket both this half. 66-64 Huskies. Holding 4 fingers aloft as he dribbles into the front court is junior Dana Grimsrud for Augustana. Cutting to his left on the perimeter dribble. Hands it off now for Klein. Eric Klein, the good-looking freshman guard. Now Grimsrud comes back to get it between the circles. Under 9 minutes left, the Huskies up by 2. Here's Beckstrand at the free throw line. Moves around Charnowski. Missed the layup, but was fouled. Beckstrand beating Charnowski cleanly to the basket as he slid down the lane, showing good quickness. Then Kramer came over to help out. Picked up the foul, his third. 14 fouls on St. Cloud State. Kesty now back in for Bodette.
Number 22, Jason Garrell reports back into the Vikings. Greg Kesty reports back into the Huskies. Scott Beckstrand.
At the free throw line now is Beckstrand. And he'll be shooting 2. Beckstrand with 16 points now. First one is good. So Beckstrand has made all 8 of his free throws. Scott Beckstrand, a biology major, a Regent Scholar at Augustana, one of many fine student athletes at Augie. They really do take the term student athletes seriously at that school. A lot of great academic performers. They had a couple of, in fact, 3 academic all-conference performers last year. Second free throw also good by Beckstrand. We're tied again at 66. Huskies now in the front court. Working the dribble is Dan Ward out on top. Works to his right, stops on the wing. Bounce pass back out to Charnowski. Now he'll hand it off for Ward with 20 on the shot clock. and the Huskies will set a new offensive series here. Ward bounce pass down low. Kesty could not control it. It goes out of bounds off of Kesty. Augustana basketball. Ward's bounce pass to a moving Kesty misfired just a bit. The Huskies give you the impression that they are still in that feeling out process with a new point guard whose job it is, of course, to feed his teammates. You need a sort of an unspoken understanding between the two, a sixth sense, and this team does not quite have it yet. King's running jumper from the right side, no good, off the iron, and the rebound taken by the Huskies. Sharnowski cleared the glass. Hands it off now into the front court. Ward cuts to his right down to the baseline, tried to feed for Sharnowski, but we had a foul prior to the pass. Foul is on Grimsrud. He reached in and picked up his fourth. 5 as a team on Augustana.
Foul is called on number 12, Dana Grimsrud. That's his fourth personal.
So it'll be a pass in for the Huskies. We're deadlocked at 66 all with 7:47 left in regulation. Pass in, Ward in the right corner. Kramer passes back out on top. Stuart Kramer getting his most minutes in a long time tonight. Subbing for a couple of injured forwards, Scott Springer and LaTroy Spann. Pass in the lane, Sharnowski. Turnaround 6-footer is good. Howard's first points this half after he tallied 13 in the first half. 2-point Husky lead with 7.5 minutes left. Front court for Augustana. Left corner, Grimsrud fires from 3. That's short. Rebound, Sharnowski as he out-jumped Beckstrand. Howe gets it off for Ward, who will slide into the front court now on the dribble. Ward dumps it off, right corner. Akravic from 3, yes! Ryan Akravic with a big bucket, making it 71-66. Akravic's first points. Timeout called by Augustana. 7:04 left. The Huskies lead it by 5. You're listening to St. Cloud State Husky basketball on 98 Country. We'll be back after this.
That's the sound of the U.S. bobsled team gearing up for the 1992 Olympics.
Pass in now for Augustana with 7 minutes left. Skip Wood back in for the Vikings now at the point guard. He's got it out top. Dumps it off Garrow's. 3-pointer on the move is good. Well, you've got to be in Garrow's shorts the whole night. Otherwise, he's able to release so quickly, and he did there. He's got 7 3-pointers tonight. 23 points, Garrow. Here's Sharnowski, open and banks it in. Got a nice lead from Ward on the give and go. Haug's got 17. The Husky lead is back up to 4, 73-69. Augie's in the front court now. Pass down low on the left block. Beckstrand. Now they work it back out. Skip Wood, left corner. Garrow from 3. It's short. Rebound taken by the Huskies as Kramer cleared the board. Now Ward is double teamed. Got to get rid of it. Lost the ball. It was knocked away. Almost looked like a double dribble. But it was knocked away, they rule, by Augustana, and Ward has the basketball now in the front court. This game's got a harried pace right now. Akravic's 3. That's off the front iron. Rebound taken by Kesty. Clears it out for Ward. And now the Huskies will set the half-court offense. They got a break there as Akravic missed the 3, but they got the board. New 45 in the shot clock. Sharnowski's fade away from the lane is good. And Haug falls to the floor, sliding on his posterior after falling away on that jump shot. Sharnowski heating up this half. He's got 19 now in the game. 75-69 Huskies, their biggest lead in some time. Front court. Klein has it. Bounce pass cross court to Skip Wood. Now on the left block, Anderson kicks it back out. Wood, top of the circle. He penetrates. Passes back out to Klein. Eric Klein dumps it off in the corner to Wood. Bounce pass was intended underneath for Beckstrand, but a foul is called on Kesty as he reached in. Kesty's first foul tonight. Team fouls 6 on Augustana, 5 on the Huskies.
Foul is called on the Huskies, number 54, Greg Kesty. That's his first.
St. Cloud State basketball here on 98.1 FM, 98 Country. Next Saturday, a week from tonight, we'll be at Mankato as the 2 Minnesota teams in the NCC go head-to-head, the Huskies and the Mavericks. And we hope you'll join us for the action. 7:30 pregame from the Auto Arena in Mankato, Minnesota. Akravic and Sharnowski check out now for the Huskies. Kessler and Bodette are into the game. Kramer from the right baseline, standing in front of Klein, who inbounds on a lob pass to Beckstrand. Back to Klein, right corner, Jay is long. No good. Rebound out of bounds and goes to the Huskies. Backcourt pass in now for the Huskies. First, a substitution for Augustana is Skip Wood will leave the game, and Grimsrud back in at the point guard spot. Huskies trying to break a brief 2-game losing streak here tonight, and they come into the front court now in the person of Dan Ward on his dribble. Beyond the top of the key, off for Kessler. Feeds to the right corner. Here's Kesty, takes a dribble, guarded closely by Beckstrand. Bounce pass on the right block. Bodette had his shot blocked and called for traveling. Broik went up to reject that shot cleanly, and when Bodette came back down, traveling was called. So a turnover against the Huskies. Augie gets it back with 5 minutes left in regulation. They're down by 6. Grimsrud bending over on his dribble as he comes across the timeline. Stops on the right wing. Passes down low. Beckstrand fouled. From behind, Bodette reaching around, picking up the foul. That's 4 on Chris Bodette. Huskies getting into a dangerous situation through the combination of fouls and injuries. Scott Springer, St. Cloud State's normal starting small forward, did not dress for this ball game with an injured ankle. LaTroy Spann, the Huskies' backup power forward, has not played since early in the first half, also with an injured ankle. And now, some foul trouble occurring to the remaining post players for the Huskies. Pass down low, Beckstrand double teamed, puts it up off balance and hit it. Beckstrand falling away from a double team on the right baseline, somehow got that ball to go down. He's got 20, and it's a 3-point Husky lead. Kessler in the left corner, goes down the baseline, puts it up in the run, no good. The tap back up and in by Charnowski. Put back by Hug Charnowski. He's got 21, 77-71 St. Cloud State. Garrow under pressure. Right corner three won't go. Whistle and a foul on Augustana as Beckstrand, crashing the boards, came over the back of Kesty away from the play. And that'll put the Huskies into the bonus. Beckstrand's second foul. Dean Kessler on that last trip down court for the Huskies came up limping. Kessler with what appears to be another ankle injury, although this one doesn't appear quite as severe. He came out of the game after Dean had missed that shot on the running baseline attempt. Charnowski tapped it back up and in. And Kessler came out of the ballgame with a limp. At the line now is Greg Kesty shooting the 1-and-1. The Huskies up by 6, 77-71. Foul shot is good. Kesty's 13th point. One more coming for the junior from Eden Prairie. 4:19 left, and it's 79-71 as Kesty hits them both. 8-point lead, biggest that the Huskies have had since late in the first half. Into the front court now for Augustana. The ball is knocked away as they try to get an entry pass into Broik, knocked away by Charnowski. Now to Ward, front court. Akervik, who's back in for the injured Kessler, has it back out top to Ward. 4 minutes left in regulation. Ward dribbling to the right on the perimeter. Gets it off, high post, Kesty in the lane. Charnowski open, banks it in. Out Charnowski equaling a season high now with 23 points. He also scored 23 earlier this year against Michigan Tech. Haug with a big ball game, 81-71. Pass in, knocked away. Garrow trying to feed down low to Beckstrand, knocked away by Kesty, recovered by the Huskies. St. Cloud State front court now, leading by 10 with 3:30 left. Stuart Kramer has it, left wing, cross court to Akervik, right corner, fakes the J, goes to the dribble, bounce pass to the corner, Charnowski. Lobs it in the lane, was intended for Kesty, but knocked away by Beckstrand and recovered by Broik. Turnover, St. Cloud State. Here come the Vikings. Garrow sets up, 24-footer, rims out, and the rebound is taken by Kesty. Big board for the Huskies. Outlet comes to Akervik. They'll push it ahead in the front court. Akervik, whistle, and we've got a foul called as Akervik was bumped, crowded out on the perimeter and fouled by Garrow. So Akervik will go to the foul line. That's Garrow's first foul tonight. McDonald and Kessler will come in for the Huskies. Kramer will come out.
Number 32, Anderson.
And Bodette also comes out of the game. Now check that. Bodette had been out. Kessler's going to go in, but he's going to replace Akervik, who will be at the line here. Brian with 3 points on a three-point basket earlier this half. His foul shot is in and out. Rebound to the side taken by Augustana. So the Huskies lead it still by 10 with 3 minutes left in the second half as Grimsrud comes in the front court. Passes in the left corner to Anderson. Steve Anderson off for Garrow. Back to Anderson on the left wing. His lob pass down to the left block comes to Beckstrand, and he knifes his way to the basket and picks up the foul. Scott Beckstrand is so aggressive going to the basket. He draws a crowd. That time he did again, and Kesty picked up his second foul. Team fouls are 7 aside now.
17th foul. Dean Kessler reports.
And at the foul line will be Beckstrand.
Scott Beckstrand at the free throw line.
Beckstrand, who at the line tonight has made all 9 of his free throws. He's got 20 points. Free throw is up and no good, so he finally missed. In one of the 2 games last year, Beckstrand scored 42 points, 13 of 19 from the field, 16 of 19 from the line. One of the 2 meetings with the Huskies last year. Second foul shot is good. That 42-point effort was the most points scored in over 5 years by an NCC player in a league game. That was part of St. Cloud State's 93-92 overtime win over Augie on February 22nd here in St. Cloud. Now backcourt foul is called as Augustana had come out in full court pressure. And the foul on the Vikings charged against Broik. And that's his 5th. So freshman center Mike Broik fouls out of the ballgame with 7 points. 3rd time that he's fouled out of a ballgame this year.
Number 42, Eric Klein.
Eric Klein will come in for Broik. So Augustana with a very smallish lineup right now. A couple of 6'5 forwards, Beckstrand and Anderson, along with guards Garrow, Grimsrud, and Klein. Those latter 3 all decent 3-point shooters. In fact, anybody on the court right now can shoot a good 3-pointer for Augustana. Kesty at the line, free throw good.
And following the game, there'll be a social at the Holiday Inn.
82-72 Huskies with 2:41 left. Kesty's quietly having a big ball game for the Huskies. He now has 15 points. Second foul shot, also good. He's made 4 straight free throws, and the Huskies lead it by 11. Just about 2.5 minutes left as Beckstrand's in the front court. Feeds for Garrow, 3-pointer, left wing, long on the rim, no good. Missed by inches. Rebound taken by Charnowski. He'll leave it for Kessler. Now the Huskies are in the driver's seat. Up by 11, 2:25 left, but they've got to be careful against this dangerous 3-point shooting outfit from Sioux Falls. Kesty has it, front court, bounce pass to the right baseline. Kessler trying to back in, and he is fouled. Reaching in was Beckstrand going for the almost necessary steal, and that is 10 fouls now on Augustana. So it'll be 2 free throws here for Dean Kessler.
That's his 3rd personal, 10th team foul.
Jason Garrow, who has been so effective from 3-point range tonight, making 7 3-pointers. That means that he now has 88 3-pointers. He earlier this year broke his previous club record for 3-pointers in a season. That was 73. Free throw by Kessler is good, 84-72. Mike Boschie's NCC single-season records for 3-pointers attempted and made was set in 1988-89, 71 of 183. Keep in mind, Garrow, well, he's approaching those numbers. He's on pace to break the record for 3-pointers made. He'll be close to attempts. Second free throw is good by Kessler. Augustana back the other way. Grimsrud misses a layup, rebound to Kesty. So the Huskies are up by 13 with 2 minutes left. And they're in the front court. And now a foul is called out near the timeline. As Klein reached in, and the freshman picking up his first foul of the night. So the Huskies now just have to hit those free throws, and they're going to break their 2-game losing streak. Dan Ward was fouled on that last play. Ward, who has yet to score tonight for St. Cloud State, will try to pad the lead with 1:58 left. Free throw off the iron, no good. One more coming for Dan Ward. Second foul shot is good. So Ward makes 1 of 2, and the Husky lead now up to 14. 86-72. They led by as many as 18 in the first half. Garrow has it, front court, wanted to take the 3, but too well covered. Gets it out. Grimsrud's 3-pointer, top of the circle, won't go. Rebound, Kessler. Dean falls down and will be called for traveling as he was trapped in the backcourt by Anderson and Beckstrand. Official ruled that he lost his balance, but fans wanted a foul. So it's a baseline pass now coming for Augustana. Bounce pass underneath, and it came to Grimsrud, but he was fouled before he got the shot off by Kessler. First foul tonight on Dino. 8 as a team on the Huskies, and Grimsrud will go to the line. 1:45 left, 86-72, St. Cloud State. Well, it got close. Augustana tied it up twice here in the second half at 64 and 66 all, but the Vikings never able to take the lead here in the second half, and it looks like the Huskies will be able to ice this one away now. First free throw is good by Grimsrud, the junior out of Rushford, Minnesota, who made the all-freshman team in the NCC back in 1990. Second foul shot also good. Lead down to 12 points, and now a backcourt foul on Eric Klein as he was putting the pressure on the Huskies. Klein gets his second as he fouled Ward, and now Danny Ward will go back to the line to shoot two.
During the first half of tonight's game, Howard Charnowski became the all-time career shot blocker in St. Cloud State history.
Dan Ward getting set to shoot a free throw now. Public address announcer Steve Hammer announcing the Charnowski achievement. Howard earlier in this ball game becoming the Huskies' all-time career shot blocking leader, breaking the mark that he shared with former center Terry Keekley. And Ward makes both free throws. Way to go, Danny Ward, who's had his problems at the line. 88-74 now, Huskies on top. Grimsrud quickly in the front court, gets it off Klein. His three-pointer left corner is good. Three-pointer by Klein, who got it off under pressure. He might have been fouled. 14 for Klein, backcourt pressure, whistle, and a foul. No, they say that Ward stepped on the sidelines. Under pressure, Ward sliding out of bounds, being harried by Beckstrand. And they ruled that Ward stepped out, so a turnover on the Huskies. Augie gets it back, down by 11 with a minute 29 left. Boy, you just don't get the feeling that this one's going to be safe until it is in the coffin, as it were. And now an intercepted pass. Grimsrud tried to get it for Garrell, picked off by Charnowski, and then a foul. As Ward, getting the handoff from Charnowski, was fouled by Beckstrand. Beckstrand's got 4 fouls. And going to the line for St. Cloud State will be Danny Ward. I'm sure that Augustana knows that Ward is the player that they have to foul in this situation. Ward coming into the weekend, 47% from the line.
Danny Ward at the free throw line.
Overall this year. His foul shot is up and good. Well, Danny's made 4 straight now after missing his first attempt this half. All 4 of his points coming from the line. 89-77 Huskies with a minute 23 showing on the clock. Second free throw is short. Rebound foul on Charnowski as he came over the back of Steve Anderson. And that's 4 on Howell.
Huskies number 44, Howell Charnowski. That's his 4th. 19 foul.
Well, Augustana has broken its own school record for three-pointers in a season with this ball game tonight. We're going to have to count up the three-pointers by the time we're done in this one, but it looks like unofficially Augie has 11 three-pointers. That would give them 170 three-point field goals made on the year. Their previous school record was 164 set last year. Free throw by Anderson is good. Steve Anderson, only his second point all night, the starting forward. Second foul shot also good. 89-79, Huskies pass in against pressure. Charnowski to McDonald. He'll race it in the front court, and he is fouled. McDonald bumped from behind by Anderson.
Number 30, Steve Anderson, that's his second.
Second on Anderson. So the foul fest continues with a minute 19 left, and now McDonald will step to the free throw line. Joel has made his only 2 free throws tonight. If he can make one here, he'll go into double figures. He's got 9 points on the night. 1:19 left. Free throw is good. Danced and dropped. One more coming from McDonald, trying to stretch it to a 12-point St. Cloud State lead. Next one is good. So McDonald is now 20 of 20 in NCC free throw attempts this year. 91-79. Here come the Vikings in the front court. Grimsrud to Anderson. Top of the circle jumper blocked by Charnowski. Loose ball comes off to Beckstrand. He banks it in. And Augustana calls an immediate timeout. So we'll take a break. The Vikings score a lot of points. And we got one of those type of high-flying fests here tonight. 91-81. Pass in now for the Huskies and a foul called following that Augustana timeout. Foul number 5 on Dana Grimsrud. So the starting point guard of the Vikings fouls out. Grimsrud leaves the game. He finishes with 8 points, all in the second half. Grimsrud fouling in the backcourt.
Number 10, Skip Wood.
He fouls out of a game for the first time this year. Skip Wood, the freshman, will replace Grimsrud, and McDonald now is at the line for the Huskies. Of course, St. Cloud State in the two-shot situation here. Free throw good. So McDonald remains perfect in NCC free throws, and I keep saying this, trying to jinx him, but it just doesn't work. This kid's too good of a shooter. 92-81, 109 left. Second one is good all the way. Maybe we should keep doing that all year. Huskies up by 12 with 1:05 left as Wood slides into the front court on the dribble. Dumps it off. Garrow, he's open for the three. It's short, no good from the left side. Rebound McDonald, takes it away from Beckstrand, and McDonald now races across the timeline, gets it off to Kesty. Now he brings it out. Kessler, cross court to McDonald, 50 seconds left. McDonald just standing with the ball out near the timeline. Dribbling to his left and picked up the foul from Wood.
Call on number 10, Skip Wood. That's
Skippy Wood with his second foul. We mentioned the big game that Beckstrand had in one of the two meetings last year. 42 points as Augie fell to the Huskies 93-92 in overtime. That was February 22nd last year here at Hallenbeck Hall. Free throw by McDonald, good, and the beat goes on for Joel. Orion Thurston led the Huskies in that game. 25 points, 10 assists, 3 steals for St. Cloud State. Second foul shot by McDonald, also good. He makes them both. McDonald with 15 on the night, too short of his career high, 95-81 Huskies. Now Garrow under pressure tries a three left wing, and it's an air ball. Fans love that. McDonald and Chernowski 2-on-2 break. McDonald dumps it to Haug, and Haug very smartly brings it out with a half a minute left. He had a chance to go to the basket, but he decided to just run the clock. Out near midcourt is Kessler trying to get away from Garrow, and 5 seconds called on Kessler as he was dribbling back and forth, looked like a caged tiger. Garrow with him, and they ruled that he didn't make any sort of progress to the basket, so it's a turnover. With just 20 seconds left, Huskies up by 14. Pass in, Wood has it, top of the key. Dumps it off, Beckstrand, he'll try a three, right corner, that's an air ball. Rebound McDonald. And Joel races ahead. Augustana will just let him come into front court now. Under 10 seconds left, and the Huskies are going to break this two-game losing streak with an entertaining victory tonight. There goes the buzzer. Huskies win 95-81 over Augustana. Our summary on the postgame show begins after this.
Hi, this is Bruce Wilson. Join me.
A stretch of about 8 or 10 minutes in the first half of this ball game. After falling behind early 4-0, St. Cloud State went on a superlative run. At one juncture, they scored 16 of 18 points. Again, they were down 4-0. Moments later, they were ahead 16-6. And they stretched it to 18-9. Then they scored 6 in a row more, and they led 23-9. Huskies' biggest lead in that first half later ended up being 18 points when they were up 31-13.